some of you have seen this already and you're like, how is that even possible? Like maybe how some of us have been doing this for quite a time now, and it seems like it has not really been what we have expected all the way. So just give me a second. Let me drop a message into the group one more time for people to join in with us. Okay, just a second. So I want you to drop your expectation for the call, expectations for the call. What are the things you're expecting? What are the things you're expecting? What are the things you're expecting from the call tonight? Okay, Oluwaseyi from Akure, Stanley from Port Harcourt, and yeah, Saratu from Kaduna. Just keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Drop your expectations. I want to know exactly why you are on this call. And I know many of us, I did not come here, in fact, tonight to come and waste anyone's time. I am going to be very, very, very explicit, yet I'll be very time conscious because I want every one of us to gain what we need to gain from this class. It's a master class, actually, though a webinar. But then whatever you get from this masterclass, I'm sure you will be the one to actually come back to testify and say, no, I never knew it was this easy and all. And I want you all to stay till the end of this webinar. I have promised it's not going to be more than 1 hour, 15 minutes. So ensure to gain all the things you have to gain. All right, from this webinar. By 9:15, we should be out of here. And whatever, you are going to become a different person by the time we get to the other side. So in just about 2 minutes now, I will kickstart the class. And I know there's one thing at the back of everyone's mind at the moment, which is actually everyone at this point, you know, you want to actually increase your income, or maybe I should even ask this as a question, like, do you want to actually increase your income as a person? Let me know what you have. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because not everybody actually wants to increase their income. Maybe if there are people that don't want to, if they don't want to increase their income, they should be the one actually training us tonight. But for those that want to actually increase their income, they should be here. Are you the kind of person who wants to land your first role within the next 90 days in product management? Yes, somebody said, I want to increase my income. I want to learn how to capture recruiters' attention. Exactly. That is why you should be here. You should be here, and ensure to wait till the end of the call. I mean, I cannot overemphasize that. That is very, very important. You should be here till the end of the call. So I guess I should be sharing my screen right now. Let me share my screen. Okay, from whatever you have, please put in the comment section if you can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen at the moment. Please drop a comment in the comment section if you can see my screen. Okay, very good. Drop a reaction. In fact, so how many of us are ready to get on this flight tonight? How many of us are ready to get on this flight tonight? If you are, please drop your favorite emoji, your favorite emoji, your favorite emoji. If you are ready to gain every single thing you have to get this night. Okay, yeah, please, for the sake of organization and coordination, yeah, that is not actually the emoji you're probably tapping on. The emoji is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth button that has the face of a human being, not the hand. So I guess that must have been a mistake. So without wasting much time, close that now. Let's get started. So we have enough people to get our webinar started. Thank you very much for joining this call. And I know many of us don't actually know me because you actually like, who is this person teaching us, or who is this person? Who am I to actually be taking you on this journey? First of all, I want to let you know that whatever you have to do for this next 1 hour, please take away every distractions, because somebody once said, if you allow somebody to waste your time, the person has just wasted your life. I do not want to waste your time tonight, and I also do not want to waste your life as well. So this particular 1 hour of your time is enough for you to put all your attention, and that's why I really want to be very time conscious with everything I'm going to be doing with us today. So I can see that everything we want to do already, they have already been captured. Okay, so let's get started. So you should know someone, you should know who I am really to be the person talking to you tonight. So my name is Oluwasegun Kolawole. I am a product manager, and I've been in this space for over 6 years. And I've been in the tech space for 9 years right now as I speak. I am a product manager with a degree in computer science, and I have my product management diploma at the University of Cape Town, South Africa. I had my MBA with Techidia Institute. So over the years that I've worked as a product manager, I've worked across different sectors. I've worked with the government, the Nigerian judiciary. I've worked with National Identity Management Commission, where I serve as the technical product lead for the product that enrolled you for your national identity number. I mean, it's something you have seen before. So for those of you that have been enrolled by agents for your NIN in Nigeria, that is actually the product I manage. I worked with the World Bank on an ID4D project as well. I worked with products that have served the MTN stakeholders, Airtel, and even Nine Mobile. So with TM Education, I have trained over 10,000 people across 15 states in Nigeria as I speak, and I've moved within 4 African countries, partnering with NIMA and even UNICEF. So I was recently listed among the top 35 product managers on LinkedIn. I have trained over 200 product managers across UK, Canada, US, and many African countries. So I am the founder of Colatrek Institute, a tech company that has mentored over 4,000 tech enthusiasts, empowering aspiring developers to succeed in tech. I just have to keep this simple and as short as possible. So these are some of my trips that I have happened to have been through. This is my company, the Poland company I work with, my time at Cape Town. This was some of my trips and my speaking engagements. I just have to be very fast with all of this. So I've gotten awards, and I've been on global stages, and some of my achievements in product management thus far. So I have the reason to be the person. So if you know this person that issued this award here, this is Eka, and that happens to be the top 8 women in tech around the world, not just Nigeria, Canada, different places and all. And I've been privileged to work with different institutions that have actually trained product managers. And I think, and I believe I can do, I have all it takes to actually be the one talking to you on this call today. So you should be here. So we need to check ourselves once more, because I really appreciate your time here. Now, if you do not belong to any of these categories, we would be glad to excuse you so we do not waste your time. So number one, you should be a business professional with management experience, looking to transition in tech and leverage your transferable skills. You are in the right place if you are this kind of person. Also, if you're a professional eager to break into tech, even without prior knowledge, you are also in the right place. If you are an aspiring product manager ready to take the next step, you are in the right place. And if you have completed a crash course, but you are struggling to land your very first role, you are also in the right place. Maybe you have taken numerous courses and you feel like you are not prepared for the product management career. You are also in the right place. So let me get your favorite reactions or your favorite emoji if you are ready to get started with this. So let me tell you what you're going to be gaining by the end of this webinar. By the end of this webinar, you will discover how you can make job look for you instead of looking for them. Now, this is like an irony. Like, how is it that I know some of you have seen my post where I've said, let the job be the hunter. And I'm very serious with you. And I'm going to be showing you a lot of things tonight, how this is true. You will discover your own leverage if you don't have experience. Some people think the only thing about PMs is, oh, I don't have experience. And because of that, you are just confused. You don't know the next thing you should do. I don't have experience, fine. But do you know there are so many other advantages you can actually take? There are a lot of advantages that you can actually leverage, but you do not know that you have them. Experience is not the only thing that gets you a job in product management. You will also discover how to stand out and get the job within this competitive PM space. A lot of people are looking for jobs online, the same way we have many people on this call looking for PM jobs here and there. Do you know there are a lot of people who don't even have to apply, like myself. All right, so now the first thing is, okay, now that I've told you the three things that you are going to be learning at the end of this course, so I need your permission to reveal this secret to you, because it's one thing for me to want to give you something, and it's another thing for you to be willing. So I want to see your eagerness. How eager are you for me to do that? Drop a fire emoji either in the comment section or as a reaction. Just drop a fire emoji. I want to see it keep coming, just for me to know if you really want me to share these powerful secrets with you. So I'm expecting your reactions. Okay. Just keep it coming. I think I'm motivated to share it until I see more. Okay, amazing. Oh, that's a spark. Somebody added a spark. All right, so let me say this first. I remember a time in my life I wanted to apply for a PM role. You know what I did was that I applied for 71 roles in one night. I mean, 71 different roles. And it was like, why? Why did I have to apply for 71 roles? I thought that, okay, it's all about the numbers. So I applied for 71 roles. You know what I calculated? I said, okay, if I do 71, I think I should be able to get like 10 to come back to me. I did not know I was just deceiving myself. Yes, I was deceiving myself. Why was I deceiving myself? Because I thought that, okay, if I put a lot of resume out, if I go into a lot of applications, it will be easy for people to just notice me and say like, okay, let's just go. It was a lie. I tell you, it was a lie. But then each time I open their messages, they'll package it. We appreciate your experience until they get to that part, unfortunately. You know, the moment I hear that, unfortunately, if that has happened to you before, please give me a reaction. Like if you have ever seen, like, okay, you have started reading the email, you just discover you get to that point, unfortunately, and you're like, oh, I still got A again. So I know how heartbreaking this can be. Some of these recruiters would even tell you to fill this form, fill that form, do this and all. And after doing all of that, you still get unfortunately. So I have been there. Now, let me show you something that will blow your mind. This is my LinkedIn profile, and you can see that these are actual human beings. They are actual human beings. Now, this is somebody that reached out to me from Max NG. Hi, Olusegun. I am currently recruiting a technical PM at Max, a mobility company, and that's the same Max that you know, like Okada and all of these people. This person is a technical recruiter. Asked me, and this is why I'm telling you that it is possible for recruiters to look for you. Now, this is another person, Femi Agbola, is in the UK, and he said he wanted to have a product management conversation with me. He connected with me on product management, and you can see all the things that the person mentioned here. These are actual human beings reaching out to me. Look at this again. Hi there. I have a gig where I would need another hand to help refine my product. Please let me know if you're available and your rates. This is another person that reached out to me. Look at another thing. I can keep doing all of this. This is Chris Viola. This is an international role. Hi, Oluwasegun. I came across your profile and noticed your background as a technical based on your role. My client is financial technology and all of this. Because of our time, I won't be able to read a lot of them. Look at this person again. I Oluwasegun, invitation to teach product management at Product. Now, a lot of people want all of these opportunities. But the question I have is life really this unfair? The same opportunities that a lot of now, you know how well a lot of people are putting applications and all. Just for the sake, please mute yourself to avoid being kicked out of the call. Please mute yourself to avoid being kicked out of the call. Thank you. Okay, I think we have a lot of people in the waiting room. Okay, okay, okay. Not in the waiting room. We are not keeping anybody in the waiting room. All right. So is life really unfair? That's the first question I really want to ask. Life is not as unfair as we might have thought. So, what exactly is the problem? Am I doing certain things right that other people have not been doing right? Or what exactly has helped me so far? Because the same thing people are looking out for. And do you know what I discovered? What I discovered is that, the times where, okay, imagine yourself as a recruiter. You have about 10,000 resumes. I'm telling you the truth. If you push a resume out, or let me say a job application, job posting, you make a job posting, by the time you check all of the people that apply, sometimes you are overwhelmed. Now, recruiters are changing their perspective of actually getting people. Now, instead of recruiters burying themselves inside a lot of resumes and reviewing and all, they would rather leave those resumes and just leave them, since the company said, give us good talent. That's why you will notice something about most of these recruiters. Some of them call themselves headhunters because they have started going out of their way instead of expecting resumes, and the stress of going through resumes, they will rather go on LinkedIn and find who they want. So life is not that unfair. And I can tell you for sure, if I go into job sites, right, and I start applying to companies, if I apply to 150 if I do 150 applications, I can All right, sorry for the breaking transmission. I guess that's our regular network showing us a lot of things here. Okay, I guess I presented the wrong thing. So as I was saying, is it that the job market is just being unfair, or why is it that some people are getting this particular application here and there, and some are actually not getting this thing? There's nothing like this is unfair or not unfair. Recruiters are tired. I mean, they are tired of reviewing a lot of applications. If I do 150 applications today, by tomorrow, or let me say, I may not expect up to 3 different interviews. Why? It's because they want to see, like, okay, if this is what I have to do, they put out an application, right? They put out an application for people to come and apply, but they do not even check them. Almost 100 of them, 100 of these applications, the recruiter will never review it. Why? They only publish it just because the company wanted them to publish them. So if the company wanted them to publish these things, they would rather just go on LinkedIn and look for the people and leave the resumes, because they don't have the time to go through them. Oh, if we have If we have interviews with thousands of people, how sure are we that we'll be able to find the right person? Why not go for the person? Now, I am trying to change your perspective from you actually going out for jobs to jobs actually coming to you. These are the 3 secrets I really want to share with you. So, how many of you want to land your first role within 90 days? It's a question, though rhetorical, but then I would move into this. You need an unfair advantage towards recruitment. An unfair advantage. What exactly is an unfair advantage? An unfair advantage is what everybody is not doing, that you have gotten the hack. An unfair advantage is what you have gotten that other people have not gotten. What you have that other people do not have. What are the unfair advantage? The question is, has it always been like this for me? I wish I could show you everything on my LinkedIn, right? Of course, I reject a lot of them. I reject a lot of offers because, okay, I asked them, okay, let me hear you. I would always tell you, let me hear you out. I don't say no. Okay, what do you have for me? Well, I don't want, okay, can you do this? If you are willing, then let's go in for the interview. There's some of them who say, oh, we only work on site. In fact, I can tell you, I have never done any work on site since I've been working for the past 6 years in product management. I have never. Why? Because I was never ready to work on site. But the end of jobs now that you don't have a choice. You just have to go to work and all. So I don't know. I go out like less frequently than so many other people because I could choose the kind of job I want. I have a specific job I want. Okay, I don't want a job that requires me to keep moving out every day, come out, come in. I don't want it. Just let me work on my laptop, sit down. That is for the reason I had to invest a lot in my workspace. Okay, this is my workstation, and everything I do, I have to ensure I am productive here. That's all that matters to me. But then, is it everyone that has this particular advantage? Is it everyone that can do this? And I will come from something I did. I discovered that when I started, so I will mention the first thing now, and I'll share you a story. The first secret I'm going to be revealing to you is personal branding. I know some of you must have seen it on the landing page, okay? Like I mentioned, I was going to be talking about these things, but you may not understand the perspective to which I'm talking from, which is why this webinar is even very important that you are present. What is personal branding? I want to ask you a question. If you have a product that you want to sell, would you prefer, or okay, let me see, how do you make your buying decision? Buying decision, you get into a ShopRite or any of the malls, you get in and you see different kind of products. How do you know the best product to buy? Most of the times, there are things that you have heard of in the past. Oh, this product is this, is that, is this. Forget about the pricing first. There are a lot of people that will rather buy something they know rather than buy something that is totally strange to them. That is actually branding. Now, you have seen these things before, okay? You have seen these things before and what it actually looks like. Some of us have even bought things that look very appealing to us. You bought those products because they look very appealing. Some of you have bought power banks before and the power banks ended up not even being good. But because you saw the power bank, it looked very attractive. So I want to know in the comment section or through your reactions, have you ever bought something before that you bought because it looked very nice? And you ended up knowing that, seeing that, oh, this is not as nice as I thought, all right? So many of us have bought things on that perspective. But then the question here is, a lot of people have bought things because of what they look like. Now, what exactly do you look like? You are a product manager. Where exactly can I look you up? Okay, I want to know you. You're a product manager. What exactly, if I see your profile, does it look like something I want to buy? And how many of you have seen, I've been on LinkedIn before, and you saw a notification, 9 people checked your profile. Please, if you have seen that before, please, I want to see your reactions. Has anybody viewed your profile before? Now, the question is, why is it that these people are not actually reaching out to you? The question is, why did this person view my profile? They searched and your name came out. And when your name came out, you weren't the kind of person they needed. That is so heartbreaking, because your profile needs to be online and your profile needs to look like what they want. Now, personal branding is very important. Before I started getting this kind of messages from recruiters, I will tell you that it was always like, I want to do this, until I attended a training. I attended the training, and this training really helped me. It taught me how you have to package yourself. You know, some of us here, I mentioned something earlier. I said, some of you don't have PM experience and you give up on yourself because you don't have a PM experience. That is not true. You don't have PM experience, but you know so many things that you have done in the past that you can actually bring into PM experience, into PM. Do you know that PM is just divided into soft skill and technical skills? Technical skills can be learned by anyone. You want to build a roadmap. Of course, anybody can build a roadmap. Anybody can learn how to build a roadmap. But you see that strategic thinking, problem solving, there are things you have built over time. But because you do not know how to package those things on your LinkedIn, when they get into your platform and they see, oh, this person does not really have experience, that's the one thing that goes into their mind. He doesn't really have experience. She doesn't really have experience. And that is a turn off. What does your profile look like? Your profile should have your experience, should encompass your experience and the things you have done in the past. If I want to hire you as a product manager, what are the things you ought to have done that I must see? If your profile does not look like it, sorry, you may not get those DMs. Now, if you want to get results at anything in life, I said all of that to say this. If you want to get results from anything in life, one thing is important and necessary, and that is actually you knowing the way. If you don't know the way into what you want to do, many things, because you saw someone doing this, you move in. You have heard somebody's story on LinkedIn. I applied to 300 jobs before I got one. Is that really the kind of story you want? Is that the kind of story you want? Why not try another route? If you have tried something for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and it's not working, don't you think you should try something else? Now, this branding is not just building a profile. It goes beyond that. I wasn't using LinkedIn before. The moment I started using LinkedIn, man, it was a punk. So I started using LinkedIn to get a lot of followers, right? To get a lot of followers, I started posting consistently on LinkedIn. And I never knew that LinkedIn was actually going to start propagating me. Now, let me tell you what happens. This is what required. Now, I believe every of us believe that recruiters actually go out of people. Bolaji, please, can you mute yourself? So recruiters actually go for people these days. They go out for people and search for who they want. But then, how can you be that person that will appear to the recruiter? First is even finding you. Number two is now finding you to be the right person for what they want. First, finding you. Second is you being that person they actually want as a product manager for their organization. And for some people that are not even product managers at the moment, and not even product managers, they don't have interest in product management. These things I'm teaching is even a universal concept, this particular branding part. So you would still learn as much as possible. How do you ensure your name comes out? Consistently posting. But then it is not just consistently posting. You need to post relevant things that is centralized, or let me say that is exactly what your industry needs at that point. I've had cases where I posted a few things and a recruiter reached out to me like, I saw your post about the ends of matrix, and I think this is what we need in our organization at the moment. I was blown away. I was like, wow. So this thing really works like this. This is not recent. Some of the things I shared with you earlier, they were even the recent reaching out or and all of that. I was really happy because I wasn't using LinkedIn before. I wasn't doing all this, but the minute I attended the training and they showed me like you should use your LinkedIn, push out valuable content that relates to your industry. And when I put this value and these things out, it was a bang. By the way, I have a YouTube channel. In case I haven't mentioned that before, I'm going to be sharing the link before I end this call. You should follow that channel because if there's anything you want to learn about product management, you will find it on that channel. Some of this personal branding, specific skill set, how to manage your product life cycle, and all of these things. There are things I have already shared there. And I want you to get there and even subscribe to that channel. Honestly, or you can even multitask and go there. Is Agile Minds Up. Agile Minds Up. So back to what I was saying. This is personal branding is very important. Now that I said personal branding is very important, what is the second secret? Because you want to get your role within the next 90 days. What type of content are you supposed to be posting and all? Number two is the power of networking. Networking is very important when it comes to getting a job. And the question would be, how do I network? I know what is at the mind of many people is you need to go for events. No, it has gone beyond that, to be honest. Yes. Networking is actually connecting with people that have this thing in their hands. How do I explain? What is the benefit of actually putting product managers' content out? All right. You put product managers' content out, and it is software engineers that are seeing it. It is people that are marketers that are seeing it. Who are the people that need your content? Connect with the right set of people on LinkedIn. If you are looking for a job, you shouldn't be found on regular platforms. All right. Of course, I don't have issues with you using Instagram. Of course, I use Instagram too. I use all these platforms too. I mean, you need a job. Show up where the jobs are. And I've already explained to you that many of these recruiters don't want to even check these things out. You know, one of the things I did one time like that, when I discovered that I was putting out content and I was not getting the results at that time, I reached out to a friend who has always posted, this person reached out to me. I thought the person was lying until I did the same thing myself. Power of networking. I started connecting with recruiters on LinkedIn. Now, the question is, how do I get to connect with recruiters? All you have to do is to go on LinkedIn, go to the search, type recruiters. It will bring recruiters for you, and you have to. So you need to put location, your job. You know, there are a lot of filters that you can bring into that place. Click those things and ensure you are connected to the people that are supposed to give you job. Now, I want to say something. Some people are on this call simply because you saw an ad, all right? Some people are on this call simply because they've known me before from LinkedIn, from different platforms, of course. So a lot of people registered, and this is the number we have, and I believe that this is a magic number, all right? So why do we have these people on this call? Because they saw an advert that is tailored to them. Oh, if you want to become a product manager and you want to succeed in your role and you want to get your first job within 3 months, mind you, it can come before these 3 months because I'm still going to be sharing several other things with you that makes this thing possible. And these are stories of human beings, stories of people that I've actually mentored that has come to pass. So connect with the right set of people on LinkedIn. If you are not connected to those people, okay, so someone should help me with that. I believe somebody will do that. Nifemi, can you help me with that on the call? Drop the link to the channel there. So on LinkedIn, I connected with the right set of people. If you connect with the right set of people that are supposed to be seeing your post, so you don't go on LinkedIn and just connecting with product managers. Yes, good, connect with them, but connect with your audience. Your audience are the recruiters on LinkedIn. Your audience are the recruiters on LinkedIn. Quality content matters. Quality content really matters. And by the end of this call, I'm going to be sharing a lot of things around this part on how you can get this quality content and a number of things. So the power of networking can never be underestimated when it comes to doing this. Now, when you have all of this networking, imagine you get into interviews, right? A recruiter reaches out to you and tells you, we need a product manager for this. Are you available for an interview? You know, when they found your content to be nice, some of you might even have used ChatGPT to generate some content. And the third thing is, you know, you have gotten two things right, right? You have a good profile, an excellent profile, and now you take it further to the value perception of people about you. Okay, this is who you are. These are the kind of things you bring out. Then you move into networking. Make sure it's the right set of people that are seeing your content. For the fact that the right set of people are seeing your content, the next thing to do is to ensure that, okay, the content you have put out there, when recruiters reach out to you, do you have the right thing to say? Do you have the confidence? What if a product manager asked you, like you got on an interview, uh, what would you say about this business model? Apple wants to do this, this, and that. I wish I could share you a lot of interview questions. When you have something like, can you build and design a product that can capture XYZ segment? You know, there are different level of interviews. They give you technical interviews first. They tell you to attempt some questions. They want to test your technical skills, how good you are. Are you sure of yourself when it comes to handling roadmaps? Are you sure you are capable enough on how to develop product strategy documents? Are you sure of yourself when it comes to designing a product requirement document? Are you even sure of yourself when it comes to designing, working with Scrum? Working with Scrum, how sure are you? How good are you when it comes to all of these things? There are a lot of technical skills that they will test you on when it comes to product management. When I say MVP, when I say develop a pricing model for this, this, and that, create a sequence and flow diagram for this. These are just technical questions of product managers. Are you sure you can attempt all of this? Do you have the capacity, which is the competence, to actually answer the questions they ask you during interviews? If you do not, it might just be you getting the first thing right, getting the second thing right, and not getting the third thing right. When they move on, they now ask you certain kind of question that has to do with experience. Are you able to give them the right answers that they expect from you? And that's what will bring me into the power of boot camps. Now, you must have heard a lot of things like boot camps before. I was talking to someone online. Okay, the person reached out to me from LinkedIn and said, hi, Oluwasegun. I've been looking for product management roles for a while now. I even took a test that day. I said, wait, a lot of people reach out to me on daily basis, every single day. I have this. Why? Because I post frequently and my profile is appealing. And at the same time, the kind of content I push out impacts people. Definitely, a lot of people reach out to me. Now, I took a test. I said, okay, this person that reached out to me, I even want to really know the problem with this employment thing. I asked the person, let's get on a call. I gave the person a 15 minutes call. I started asking the person normal product management questions. The person had told me, I said, have you attended a boot camp? That was the first question I asked. They said, no, I have not attended a boot camp, but no, he said, I have. And I said, where? He said, I took a course on Coursera. On Coursera. I said, Coursera, was it like a were you learning with other group of learners? He said, no, it was a crash course on Coursera. I said, that is not a boot camp. Now, I am not talking bad about these platforms, all right? But you know the problem with these platforms, when you learn product management from them, especially when you pick Udemy, product management, you leave Udemy, you go to Coursera, you will discover they are talking about two different things. Now, you get more confused because this kind of career is not a career that can just be taught as a video crash course. No, it is a practical course. Now, when you take a crash course, how do you want to learn the practical side of it? How do you want to ask all of your questions? And that's not all. When you are in a boot camp, the things you learn from boot camps, number one, you will learn the technical things about about what you want to venture into. I then asked the lady, I said, okay, since you understand, since you know product management, and I asked, so how do you build your acceptance criteria and user stories? He said, user stories, acceptance. He said, the person could not give me the answer. Now, I wasn't doing all of that to intimidate her. No, I wanted to know what she actually knew, because I discovered at the very end, she was not employable. Now, you can take crash courses online. I only recommend crash courses if and only if you have taken a bootcamp class before, and you now need to understand certain things about road mapping and improving on your skill sets as far as subject areas are concerned. I advise you take crash courses, not even boot camps for that, because there are not even boot camps for that. If you want to kickstart a career, it is better to go in for boot camps so that when you have done all the work of branding yourself, you have successfully branded yourself. Now, you have put out powerful content. You have connected with the right set of people. Now, recruiters are reaching out to you, but you cannot ace interviews. You cannot ace interviews. Okay, how sad would this have been when you have done, you have involved yourself with a lot of effort, you have put so many efforts into designing your profile, your LinkedIn profile is making a lot of sense. All right, a lot of people are coming to you. You have learned how to build a good profile that people would send you interview requests. Can you pass interviews? Now, passing interviews, they will be asking you questions that relate to experience. Now, if you take a crash course, how do you think this will be possible? And that's why I tell many people, when you enter a crash course, when you want to learn any career, have a mentor. If it is not even a mentor directly, go through someone who is in that space that can teach you, that is readily available for your questions. So the question now is, are you ready to execute these things? I want to know how many of you are ready to execute these things that I've been mentioning. How many of you? I want to see your reactions. How many of you are ready to actually execute these things? The question I will be asking now is, do you know how to execute it? Do you have all of this figured out when it comes to this branding, networking with the right set of people, and do you think you can pass any product management interview that you get into? Product management, they will take you through technical interviews. After that, they will now put you in the technical team to come and do oral interview. After doing that, they'll put you with management. Management will now scrutinize you and ask you deep questions. They will ask you for your experience, ask you for a lot of things. When you are done with that, then the HR will come. And the moment you get to HR, that's actually the time that you smile, because they are coming with offers if they schedule the last interview with the HR with you. If you are good to go with that. Now, I have a news for you actually. Because what I discovered is that I have started a YouTube channel. Now, a lot of people have lived off tips. What do I say? Tips. Tips are, let me give you product management tips. But then, if you hear these tips today, you hear another thing tomorrow, you hear this and that. All of them cannot form the entire thing you need. All of them cannot form the entire thing you need. Do you actually know exactly how to package this your resume? Because the first thing they will ask is, bring your resume, send your resume. Okay, looks good. Let's get you for an interview. When it comes to each of these things, do you have the power to execute them? I have asked so many people these questions and they keep telling me, how do I do this? How do I do that? It seems many people still do not have the power to execute. Now, I have something I want to actually do. I'm organizing a growth accelerator program. So now, what exactly is this growth accelerator program? You have been a PM before, or you have not even been a PM before. Either of the two, you must go through this program. Your goal is to actually get your first role. If your goal is to get the first role, all of these things I have mentioned, you must be able to tick the box and check the box and ensure that, oh, I can get this done. Now, the first thing I'm going to be teaching in this accelerator is actually how to deal with everything product management. Now, let me tell you something let me tell you a story about someone. Someone reached out to me, and I will still share with the person's testimony. The person told me that I really want to learn product management, and I want to land my first role. The person has been in the medical sector. I said, of course, no problem. Let me coach you. I coached this person in product management, gave the person my modules. Of course, the person paid me for that. So I poured myself. You know what he said? He said, I want you to pour yourself into me for the next 1 month. This person called from the US and said, I want you to pour yourself into me for the next 1 month. Number one, the person landed an interview with Google. That's the first thing. He said, I want you to pour yourself inside me. Imagine that. Now, in this particular accelerator, my goal is to actually pour all my 6 years experience inside you. I will teach you anything product management. There's nothing they can mention in product management. And if you check my YouTube channel, you will understand what I am saying. Imagine watching some of my videos and getting to listen to me and take you through the actual product management. If I teach you product management of what is MSOF matrix, what is product life cycle, you are getting this today. I'm not teaching a direct concept. I'm teaching this today. I'm teaching another one tomorrow, and I'm picking different topics and handling them. And why I teach these topics is because I want people to understand these topics and not have problems with them. But when it comes to actually building that career, you need someone to actually take you by the hands and show you this is the right way to go by it. Now, I will teach you the next thing after dealing with everything that has to do with product management. I then move into how to land interviews and ace them. One of the things I did for this person, I told the person, we are going to review a lot of case studies, all right? Google interview. Even I shared the person a lot of my interviews, all right? A lot of my interviews with different companies. I think I shared about four different interviews of mine with different companies. And what he came back to say? He said, how do you have so much confidence when it comes to answering interview questions? He said, the way you spoke in most of these interviews, you are even more experienced than these people. Now, the first thing you need to learn about interviews is eloquence. If you are not okay, imagine now, if I am not eloquent enough to talk to you, to tell you all of these things I've been telling you, it will be difficult for you to even stay and listen to me. That's the first thing. Number two is, when it comes to interviews, you can even give a wrong answer, but because of how confident you are, they will give it to you like, okay, well, let me give it to you. I will teach you how to ask question from an interviewer from the question they have asked you to get your answer. That seems very, very, very tricky, right? I mean, when an interviewer asks you a question, if you don't have the full answer to that question at that time, or you are skeptical, you want to think, I'll teach you how to ask questions back from them and save your time. You ensure you ask them a question that will take them up to like 30 seconds to give you back. Somehow, they might even give you the answer directly. Sometimes they may not even give you the answer. But then I will teach you how to properly land an ACE interview. So it is not just a theoretical class. I will share you my interviews, my tons of interviews that I have had in the past. This is this interview. This is that interview, my interview with this company and all. And I've had interviews across many companies. I've had interviews with Money Point in the past. I've had interview with a lot of foreign companies. I'm mentioning the ones that you are more familiar with. I've had interview with Max.ng, with Paga, and many more that I cannot even like count at the moment. So the last thing I'm going to be teaching will be how to build an irresistible resume. Now, when I say irresistible resume, if I share you my resume, this is not for any purpose of intimidation, okay? So when I share you my resume, you will be forced to say, wow. Now, anybody can actually have those kind of resume if you know how to go about it. You say, wow. The next thing you want to do is, oh, okay, let's schedule you for an interview. I've been in interviews where they ask me questions and they say, wow, you've got a very impressive profile there. You can build impressive profile. You know, the way you actually say these things is what matters. And they perceive you to be the right person for their job. So now, all these things, you can actually do them yourselves. But then, how sure are you that you'll be able to execute it the right way? Do you know that if one interviewer reaches out to you on LinkedIn, it's equivalent to applying to 150 jobs yourself? So if an interviewer just reach out to you once and you miss that opportunity of actually closing the deal, let it be that maybe location barrier is why you cannot close the deal, but not at least your competence. This space is getting more saturated day in, day out. Because it's getting saturated, it might be difficult for people to actually get the right jobs that they're supposed to get. Now, it is competitive that they don't want to look at the resumes again. There are a lot of product managers out there, but how can you actually stand out? So now I have a number of people that have yeah, I'll just show you some product, I mean some testimonials from the kind of people that I have mentored, that I personally mentored in product management, that have actually like gotten their jobs, or some of them internship. Look at this. It said, good afternoon, boss. The stuff you told I told you about that I requested for the certificate did not work out. Meanwhile, I got an internship to work as a PM. It's been a month now, got my first salary. Very little though, but a proof of my hard work and dedication, I would say. And a starting point, the company got me a MacBook Pro. You know, see, out of everything that I can see here, I saw that MacBook Pro. I saw the MacBook Pro. This is actually a student I have trained. Look at another one. Hello, Eunice. Find attached internship agreement. She got an internship after my training with her. Look at this man. He said, thanks, Shegun. Just got back to the States this morning. I mean, in the US. Sorry, I haven't been able to follow up. Can we talk tomorrow if you are available to do interview practice? He said, my interview is scheduled for next Monday. Look at this. Google Meet interview. He's actually having an interview with Google. Another person here, he said, I landed another interview with another company. I will send you the JD. Now, this is, I don't know. Some of them actually get this internship directly, or they reached out to them, but all of these things have to add up to give you the result. Now, I am not here to cajole you about this is possible or not possible. I don't even know how to do that. Now, I would explain the value of your, please, can anybody confirm that they can see my screen? I need to be sure. Can anybody confirm? Okay, so I guess you have to refresh your network. So now let me show you this. Now I have a training session which is supposed to be $400 course. All right. resume review. I will personally review the resume for you. I want you to wait till the end because I still have some amazing offers for you. Now, the interview prep is $100. I will hold you by the end and put you in those positions. Now, visibility coaching. I will teach you how to become visible on LinkedIn itself. Consultation call. I will have a consultation call with you. Now, all of this is to get you to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, look at this. I have a very great news for you. I have a goal actually to train up to 500 product managers before the end of 2024. I have decided to do a massive price slash. So some of you have seen that price and you're like, who is gonna pay this? No, that is not actually what I'm here to do for you. So I'm even telling you, don't pay $750. Yeah. Don't even pay me $500. Don't pay me $400. Don't pay me $300. If you are ready for the offer I have for you, can you give me some reaction? I want to see your reaction before I drop. Now, I'm telling you not to pay me all of this. If you are ready, I want to see more enthusiasm. I've not gotten what I needed. I want to see the enthusiasm. I want to see the enthusiasm. Okay, so now I am giving you 80% off. 80% off. Now, all of this value I want to give to you, these things are things people have begged me for. These things is something of course, somebody has reached out to me. A lot of people have reached out to me from different countries about this same thing. Like, I want you to coach me for this particular thing, that particular thing. And I've been able to even help people, mentor them, and they've been able to achieve these results. So it is not something I have not done before. It is something that is working for me, that has worked for other people. You know what? I even still have another offer for you. Now, this is actually the price of the course. It's an 8-week course, so 6 weeks for your classroom activities, then 2 weeks extensive coaching towards your visibility. So I will teach you everything product management. There's nothing they want to ask you during interviews that you will not answer. One of the ways to practicalize that is go into my YouTube channel and watch one of my videos about something you know in product management already. And that would really show you that, no, if you actually learn what product management is really all about from this person, you don't have a problem. So this is the price that I want to put it at, but then I'm going to be giving just 10% an early bird offer. And once I have the 10 persons, and this is an offer that is going to last for just 3 days. Today is 21st, and it is going to close in the next 3 days. So the earlier, the better you get into this. And the early bird offer is going for $120. So now this is it. The $120 is actually going to be, we have some people from different countries. We have people from different countries on this call as I'm saying this. So some of you, if you're paying in dollars, you are paying $120. If you're paying in Naira, you can pay 120,000 Naira. And this offer only lasts for 3 days. If you reach out to any of our team anytime after today, anything after 3 days, and after 72 hours, because this is going to be on our sales page and our offer page, I'm going to be dropping the link with you right now, immediately after the call. So I'm trying to keep to time. I don't like to waste people's time on the call. So if you reach out after that time, you have to pay $150. And this offer is for 10 people. Once this 10 people slot closes, we have to take it back. I have a goal to take just 20 people. I don't want too many people. I don't want to take too many people because of my time. I have different kind of thing. And let me tell you something. The thing about money. So I said something now. The thing about money is like you can actually lose money, right? And still gain money back. But let me tell you something. If you lose time, you may not be able to get time back. So what am I saying? Some of us have taken this course. Now, some of you have been told to do certain things. If you want to know this, the person speaking to you today, go on, get smarter, all right? Go and check product management certification that I have, all right, from University of Cape Town. Get to check how much I have personally invested into product management. It is not even way close to what I am charging you. I would not mention it, but just go online and check the course that I took from the University of Cape Town. That way you will be able to understand that no, if you do not place enough value on these things, let me tell you, it will be difficult. Okay, for a space that is already getting saturated or that is already saturated, if you waste time at it, like, no, this thing does not work, and you do not take that massive action you're supposed to take at the moment, you know what you do? You are robbing yourself of a lot of opportunities that can come to you at that time. LinkedIn space and most of these recruiters, where you can find them to get this thing early enough. If you don't take advantage of those opportunities, by tomorrow, people may have to pivot into other skills. Now, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people that even left coding into other technical skills. Why? Because software engineering role, it looks like that place is filled up at the moment. A lot of software engineers that can write a lot of things, that can write a lot of languages. They don't even have a job at the moment. We have a lot of them, designers. Now, this kind of space is still a space that is still massively recruiting people. But then you need to position yourself as the best candidate for this particular time. Now, there are two ways to actually pay for anything. Number one, is either you actually pay to learn from me, or you pay to learn from your mistakes. What do I mean? Maybe you're paying by trial and error. You do this today, it doesn't work. You do another one tomorrow. You might actually be losing time. Trust me, some time can be redeemed and some you may not be able to redeem. So it's important. So if you do not take this action now, when exactly do you want to take those actions? I can tell you the amount I have spent on my professional experience that I have today. Being a product manager, I have taken MBA courses. I have taken product management courses, not one, not two, not three. The kind of certifications I have, and that is why I have been established as an authority in the field to which I have. I've been recognized by many. I've spoken at LinkedIn events, Google Developers Group events, extended IO events, and so many other events, stages that I have been able to stand on platforms because of the investment I have done on myself. Now, the person speaking to you is not just anybody, this is it. No, I have a profile online that you can check up. I have so many evidence of the work that I do. If I be the one to coach you, I can tell you, there's no other thing. There's no way you will be met. I have tons of people online that have followed my content and have used my content for their interviews. And according to say, no, I love everything about this content. So I do not want to take much of your time. I want you to know that, okay, so if you want to jump on this offer right now, log on to agilemindshub.org/join bootcamp. You can put it, and if you can put that link into the comments for people to visit the link. So when you get into that page, you're going to see a video. Watch the video to understand everything the bootcamp is going to contain and how you're going to get this done. So before I actually close this session, I saw some questions. If you have questions, just drop it in the comments and I'll answer them within the 5 minutes I have. The 3 minutes I have left. So what is the difference between project and product management? Yes, project management, I would advise a lot of people here that if you are into project management field, please upskill your game and learn product management so you can switch between these roles. As a product manager, you can work as a project manager. Product manager is someone who works within the scope, time, and budget. You have a specific budget for a specific time and you deliver the project. See it as though you have a borehole project that you have to deliver on, After finishing the borehole project, everybody has to finish. It's a project. You have done it. But then when it is product management, after you have completed the borehole, you now think about how you can improve the borehole, how you can ensure you serve the people better, very much better. And that is product management. Product management product management does not end. Project management ends. It ends after you have built the product. But products, no, it is after you have built the product, you now start improving on the product over and over again. That's the simplest definition. Somebody said I did a crash course on project management. What is the relationship with product manager? I guess my answer already would have answered that particular one. So, like I would say, the best time is now. If you want the recording of this session and you want to listen to it over and over again to make your decisions. Honestly, I have just a limited slot. I have just 20 slots for the people I want to train, because I don't want crowd. I want to be able to give my time to the people that I want to train. In the absence of questions and all, I would like to wish you and thank you so much for joining this webinar, and do have a wonderful evening. I have taken a bootcamp course on product management, but I need coaching on visibility, CV reviews. Kindly send a message. We'll drop a support. If you're not on the WhatsApp group, kindly get on the WhatsApp group. Kindly get on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, personalized coaching. This particular training is already personalized coaching, so you get it. You need coaching on visibility. That is exactly what you have to come in for. If you want to book a consultation call, if you go to agilemindsup.org/join bootcamp, a link to you will see a link to a particular WhatsApp chat. You chat the person up, and you will get the consultation call first, and you'll be able to make your decision. The time starts now. You have just 3 days to jump on this, and honestly, do not ask for an early bird offer when it is over. Thank you very much for joining, and do have a blessed evening. Bye.